A while back, I decided it would be fun to start doing some challenge runs for my favorite video game series of all time. The first run I decided on was not one that I expected to be particularly difficult, but would be relatively unique and a pretty good intro to the series. The question today is, can you beat Fallout New Vegas by using only 10mm weapons? I woke up in Doc Mitchell's house, complained about the keyboard, and named myself 10, just the number 10, because I'm that creative. I determined that a high intelligence, agility, luck, and charisma would be potentially the most important, with strength at 5 and perception and endurance much lower. I picked speech, guns, and lockpick as my tag skills, and trigger discipline and skilled as my two traits. Keep in mind you don't actually have to pick any traits. I made my way to Chet's store to sell all the stuff I stole from the doctor as well as the stuff from the DLCs, and sadly realized that he doesn't actually sell 10mm ammo. I have the weathered 10mm pistol from the Courier's Stash add-on, but only about 50 rounds. This turns out to be much more of a problem than I expected throughout the run, as 10mm ammo is less common than I remembered, at least compared to the 9mm and 22 caliber. I decided that I didn't feel like doing Sonny's training camp this time around, and instead headed on towards Prim. Once there, I looted all the homes and ammo crates I could find and obtained no new 10mm ammo. I got into a gunfight at Nipton Road Pit Stop and wasted about 10% of my ammo for just a little XP. Not really worth it. So I ended up just running away and meeting the Legion at Nipton. I got into another fight, ambush, whatever you want to call it, where I finally managed to get some extra 10mm ammo. I stopped in Novak, insulted Cliff's love of dino toys, and then asked him if he had anything to trade. He must not have been too happy because he refused to sell me any 10mm ammo. I guess he just doesn't carry it anyway. I stopped at the I-88 trading post to recruit Veronica for later, and Samuel also didn't have 10mm ammo. I finally reached the gun runners, where I could purchase 152 rounds of 10mm ammo for my pistol. With my relatively high luck stat, I decided I would go gamble at the Atomic Wrangler to reach 2,000 caps so I could get onto the strip, but I got bored and quit 12 minutes later. Apparently I already had enough caps as the guard didn't shoot me on sight, but he actually almost killed me while firing at the poor dude running to the gate. I leveled up at the tops, then proceeded to exit and go to the Lucky 38 for some reason. I think I wanted more XP. Upon leaving, the game lagged horribly, so I quit back to the main menu and jumped back in to fix it. I returned to Novak in order to complete Boone's side quest to level up at least once before dealing with Benny again. I returned to the tops to convince Benny to come to the presidential suite alone, and was then stupid enough to let him walk away and get ambushed by a bunch of his goons, which I let my followers take care of themselves. I met Yes Man, leveled up again, and planned to work for him for this first run. I traveled to Cottonwood Cove and upgraded the Securitrons. I then returned to Good Springs to liberate a snow globe from the old graveyard, then stole another from Hoover Dam. Guess the NCR doesn't really care about them. I offered to help the boomers at Nellis, and instead stole their snow globe and ran away. The collection of snow globes paid off quite literally, as I was able to soon buy the Sleepy Time 10mm submachine gun from the Gunrunner. I killed Mr. House, left for the Ultralux, and the game froze. Fantastic. Upon reloading my save, I walked in and out of the Strips casinos to complete those requirements for the main quest line, then made my way to Hidden Valley Ranch. Having Veronica makes this so much easier as she can just let you right in without doing the Brotherhood of Steel's side quest. Finally, I headed off to Red Rock Canyon to introduce myself to the Great Khans, then promptly ran away back to the Lucky 38. I did the thing at the Eldorado substation, in which for some reason there were no NCR inside, stocked up on as much ammo as I felt was necessary, and returned to Yes Man to begin the second battle of Hoover Dam. The battle was quite honestly pretty uneventful, thanks to Veronica and Eddie doing most of the work for me. Even the power-armored NCR weren't much of a threat. After probably 20 minutes, we reached the Legates camp for the final battle. The Legates guards are quite a bit tougher than the enemies we fought so far, but still nothing my amazing team couldn't handle. The Legate himself, with a colossal amount of health, is another story entirely. I nearly took him out on my first try, only to die when he had about 1 HP left. On my second attempt, the game crashed, because of course it had to do that. Success here is not allowed. Have you seen my cooking videos? By this point, I got so annoyed that I decided to just go for the pussy route and speech check my way past. I had a 97 speech skill, so was able to raise it with chems and alcohol. Yes Man tossed General Oliver off the dam, and we completed Fallout New Vegas by only using 10mm weapons. In the end, this run went pretty fast as expected and was pretty successful. The hardest part was really the beginning of the game with the surprising lack of 10mm ammo, because that caused a lot more problems than expected. The final battle was also a bit tricky. Otherwise, thanks to the benefits of an independent run, this really wasn't too bad. So, thank you guys for tuning in. Please let me know if you liked this shorter, edited version. The streams will all be linked in the description, and if you guys enjoy this, then there will be more edited videos and streams like this in the future. Thanks for tuning in.